Hi, I'm jack.shilley and today I'm going to be showing you how to plant raspberries in containers. In terms of raspberries, it's quite late in the season to be buying them and planting them. You should really be buying them earlier on in the season when they come bare root. It's not an issue, but you get more for your money. We've got two varieties that we're going to be planting in this container. Now the first variety that we've got is called Glen Ample. Now Glen Ample is a heavy, reliable fruiting, summer fruiting variety which will fruit from June to sort of August time. And the other one we've got is Raspberry Autumn Bliss, which fruits from July, August onwards, so it's much later fruiting. Both red types of fruit, and they're both going in the same container. This is the container that we're going to be using to plant the raspberries in. Now it's quite substantial, it's 40 centimetres diameter. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put these crushed old plastic pots in the base to aid the drainage. And then in terms of the compost that you need to use to plant raspberry canes, it should be multi-purpose compost mixed with John Innes number 3. Now the multi-purpose compost provides it with the nutrients, and the John Innes number 3 makes it slightly heavier so that the roots can get settled properly. The compost that I'm using and going to be putting in already has John Innes mixed up in it already. It's available at most garden centres, this kind of compost, and it's just a quicker way, you don't have to mix your own. So then what you want to do is just fill your container up with the compost. Then once you've got your soil to a decent height, you're ready to start planting. So when you actually come to planting your canes, you should never go above the soil level of the cane. Now these have been planted in containers that are too small for them, and the soil level, there is a soil line, a mark on the stem here where it comes up to, so you should be planting at the same level as that. So then just position where you want it. I would suggest putting the cane sort of near the edge, and you can put the other one on the other side. Then dig the hole out deep enough so, as I said, it can get them up to that soil line. Tip the pot over, give it a pull. These have got a really nice root system, and you want to make sure that all of the roots are buried and you're not forcing them in any hole. And then just do the same on the other side for your other cane. Once you've planted your raspberries, it's then time to stake them. Raspberries become quite heavy when they're in flower and in full leaf, so they do need some kind of support. Now because this is their first year, they don't need a frame, which will be easy to do in the second year because you can build it around the outside and they can grow up in that. So this year I'm just literally going to place some stakes into the soil adjacent to the raspberries to provide them support so that they're not going to rock around in the wind, and they're going to settle down properly, and if you do put on some heavy growth, they're supported from that. I would also then recommend, once you've put the canes in, just tying the tops of the raspberries to them so that they're really supported. Then before you water in, I would suggest adding some organic fertiliser or whatever fertiliser you prefer using. I'm using these organic chicken manure pellets, which I'm just going to scatter around the surface of the plants and then water in. So that's this raspberry container finished. Placed crushed plastic pots at the bottom to aid drainage. We then filled it up with multi-purpose compost mixed with John Innes, and then we actually planted the canes, staked them, tied them up to provide them support, fed them with some organic fertiliser, and then watered them in well. If you have any questions about what you've seen in today's episode, or you would like to share with everybody else what you're doing with your raspberries this year, please put a comment in the box below. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. That's all we've got time for this episode. Join us next time. Thanks for watching.